After days of relentless heavy rain, millions of people in China are facing an unprecedented dual disaster. From massive flooding across provinces to terrifying landslides sweeping through villages, the current situation has plunged the nation into a state of shock, grief, and emergency. According to reports from mountainous regions such as Sichuan, Gansu, and Shaanxi, areas known for their rugged terrain and vulnerability to extreme weather, massive landslides have been triggered by the recent downpours. Entire hillsides have collapsed without warning, burying homes, roads, and lives in an instant. Mountains that had stood for millions of years now seem to crumble under the furious force of nature. One of the most devastating landslides occurred just this morning, when an entire village was wiped off the map within minutes. Residents only had seconds to react as a thunderous roar erupted from the mountainside. Within moments, everything was swallowed by darkness, mud, and debris. Rescue efforts began immediately, but access to the site has been severely hampered. Floodwaters still have not receded, cutting off roads and isolating communities, making it nearly impossible for emergency crews to reach those in need. Images from the disaster zone are heartbreaking. Crushed homes, vehicles swept away like toys, children separated from their parents, and elderly people sitting in despair among the ruins that were once their homes. Amid the cries, the screams, and desperate calls for help, lies the haunting silence of those who did not survive. Experts say the root cause of these landslides is the record-breaking rainfall over the past few days. Major rivers such as the Yangtze and Yellow rivers have exceeded warning levels, forcing authorities to discharge massive volumes of water from dams and reservoirs. While these controlled releases are meant to protect the dams from breaking, they have caused overwhelming flooding downstream. The saturated soil has lost its cohesion, making hillsides dangerously unstable and prone to collapse with the slightest tremor or another wave of rainfall. Climate change, deforestation, and unregulated construction in mountainous areas have all contributed to the severity of this disaster. Many residential zones were built near steep slopes or riverbanks without proper drainage or geological assessments. Now, they bear the brunt of nature's fury. The Chinese government has declared a state of emergency in numerous provinces and has deployed military units and specialized rescue teams to assist. Thousands of rescue workers are digging through mud and debris with bare hands, searching for signs of life. At the same time, over 50,000 residents have been evacuated to emergency shelters, schools, and relief centers. Still, the losses are staggering. Some families have lost everything: homes, livelihoods, and even loved ones, within a matter of hours. Survivors now face an uncertain future with no belongings, no shelter, and no way to return to what once was. Roads have been destroyed, electricity and water supplies cut, and communication lines remain disrupted in many regions. This is China's deadliest hour. Life and death are now separated only by fate and sheer luck. Just when people thought the rains had finally come, a new nightmare named Landslide struck with ruthless force. Even in the darkest moments, stories of bravery and compassion shine through. Rescue workers risk their lives wading through floodwaters, climbing unstable terrain, and digging through landslides in hopes of finding survivors. Volunteers have mobilized across the country to provide food, water, clothing, and support to those who've lost everything. There are tales of mothers shielding their children from the collapsing roof, and soldiers giving oxygen to victims trapped in the rubble. Elderly residents being carried to safety through waist-deep mud. These are the quiet heroes whose courage lights a flicker of hope in this overwhelming tragedy. While the people of China continue to pray for those still trapped beneath the soil, the international community has taken notice. Several countries have sent condolences and offered humanitarian aid to assist the Chinese government and NGOs working on the ground. This disaster serves as a harsh wake-up call, not just for China, but for the entire world. Nature is no longer predictable. With climate change accelerating extreme weather events, we are now seeing more intense floods, heat waves, storms, and landslides than ever before. Governments must prioritize disaster preparedness, environmental planning, and long-term climate resilience. Right now, the alarm bell is ringing from the heart of China, and for millions of people, the only hope is that the rage of nature will soon subside, that from beneath the wreckage and ruins. There can still be a chance to start over, even if it means starting from nothing. At least they will still have each other.
我不敢，我要走那么快，你